Hey guys, what's going on? And as always, my name is Mr. Shank, and in today's video, what we got is a DIY project. Now, in that project, I'm going to be building a patio deck. So, with that said, let's get into the video. Here is the patio table that I was telling you about. Now, you can see right down here that those legs are thin, and they're pressed right into the ground, which makes them completely useless. So if you were to measure from, like, say, the ground up to the bottom of the table, you would see that you wouldn't even be able to slide that chair in. Now, the patio deck is what's going to maintain that height, so you could utilize all those chairs. All right, guys, so I ended up opting out to use pallets. Pallets, I thought, that was going to end up working out like a perfect footprint. Now, there was other things that you can do. You don't have to just use pallets. You can make your own framework. You can use patio blocks and use that for a base. But I decided to opt out because I had a lot of pallets just laying around. So I figured what I would do is I'd build my frame out around it, use the pallets to also house my 3/4 inch plywood, and I figured it was going to work out well. So far, it has. So later in the video, if you guys stay tuned, you'll see the final product and you'll see just how well it works. All right, guys, so now what we got to do is we got our 16 footers that are right here, okay? Those are our 16 footers. So what we got to end up doing is we got to get that material over to that spot. So let's get it up there. Now, everything is nice and straight, nothing's curved. So let's get it up here on my shoulder. Now keep in mind, it's rough cut and it's wet. It's also heavy. Let's go. Four. Oh, all the way over there, it's all the way over here. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it's rough cut and it's really heavy. Now we're gonna go get the screw guns and get ready to start screwing this thing together. All right, guys, so now what we gotta do is we gotta use our screws. As you guys can see right here, these are the lag screws, the power lags. And I have just bought some new Milwaukee equipment, which is the fuel, and we're going to use the impact. That way we can get a much better, it will go in there much easier, much faster. So on the end of it, I've got a T30, which these screws are saying that's what you need, is a T30. So let's get these things open. Now that's what the screw actually looks like. And this is the washer part I was telling you about. Now, it's not an independent washer. What it is it's a whole screw with a much wider head that looks like a washer. So when you go in, it'll sit nice and flat, just like that, and be able to penetrate and hold nice and tight. So let's flush these corners up. Let's get this thing in there. So what I like to do is I like to get at least started, just like that. Now, flush those corners up, go about midway. Ooh, very nice. Okay, let's go for the second one. Right here, make sure we got enough meat. We don't want anything to split. Now, I just want you guys to see like how tight this seam actually is. It's nice and flat, good penetration, good sealing. All right, so now we just got to do that to all of them. Now, as you guys can tell right here, see how that kind of flares out? I don't really want that. So sometimes may have to pick it up, get it flushed back up again, and sink her in. There. Okay. All right, guys, so now that we've got our corner 90'd, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to pull a high pot from corner to corner. So you're gonna go from corner to corner, corner to corner. So let's see what our initial measurement is from one corner to the other corner. Now, I don't have an extra pair of hands, so I've got to hook to the outside corner. It's not ideal, but you know, it's something that I have to do. And right now it is stating that I'm 23.4½. We'll hook on. Let's see. So we're gonna have to bring it there. 23.4. Go back to our first corner. Okay, and both corners came out perfect. So right now we're squared up. All right, guys, so now what we got to end up doing is I also got to snap a line this way. That way the pallet and everything, I'll have both ends at the same height. So let's get our nail out. Let's measure down 1 3/4 right there. Okay, there's 1 3/4. 1 3/4 right there. Okay. All right. That was one of the other reasons why it was so important to make sure the top was flushed up, along with the gap, the seam, to make sure that was nice and flushed up. So each measurement that I take will be correct for the next piece. So let's snap this line out and let's get a few things attached. Now you may be wondering, like, why are you putting another nail in? Well, like I said, I'm only one person, so to help snap that line, I hook it to this bottom nail, run the string over the top nail, and then come down to the next nail, making sure the string's taut. Plus, we'll just give it a little pre-snap so the line ain't huge. Okay, just like that. All right, so now we have the line snapped, and we have a beautiful way of telling where the top of our pallet has to stop. That way, when we go to put our plywood down, it'll end up being to the top of our 2x6. Set a nail in. Okay, right there. Okay. All right, guys, so now that we have our line snapped down through there, now we can attach our pallets, and we can make sure that in the end, our plywood will be flush with the top. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so as you can see right down through here, here's the line. Now, I'm gonna end up using those same screws because I want it to be durable. Now, the penetration may be slightly a little bit more than what we want, but in the end, it's gonna work out quite nice. So let's get back here. We're gonna do one at each end. Make sure that that's nice and tight. As you can see, the seam. Now we want to make sure right there. Okay, just like that. Splitting there and splitting back here. Okay, let's go down here. Let's do one down here. So let's make sure that there. Looks like it might have to come up. So let's grab the hammer. Let's bring it up. Okay. Okay. Now you might be wondering, well, what's going on here? We can fix that. I just want to make sure that the majority of this down through here is good, because all these slats are nice and flat. This one here, a little frigged up, but that's fine. We can fix that with like a drywall screw. So there's that one. Let's do the other side. The way this stuff is sitting, these slats, for stability, are going this way. So I've got to hit the center of that slat. Get right to the center. Make sure that's... Boom. Let's make sure this end is secured. Boom. Okay. And just like that, the whole thing is now one piece. So now we're going to do that one and then this whole line here. So I'm going to get these attached and I'll be right back. Thank God for tractors. All right. Shut this thing down. There we go, man. All we got to do now is screw it down. Bang, bang, boom, baby. Just enough room to get the last sheet in. Had to loosen up that corner just a teena to get down, just to get down to there. But, bango. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to do it for me today. So hopefully if you guys really enjoyed the video and you think it deserves it, make sure you guys go down there and hit that thumbs up button. It really helps me, helps the channel. Also, make sure you guys hit the bell notification. That'll keep you up to date to a lot of my newer videos. So, with that said, hopefully you guys had a great time. I had a really great time building this patio deck. And as always, I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So, with that said, we'll see you guys later. Bye.